5 things to know for the week ahead. It's Monday, it's a new week, and while we won't pretend we know everything that's going to happen over the next 7 days, we have some sense of what is coming up. Here's your briefing on some of the most important and interesting stories happening in the week ahead. 1. The crash revisited. What's happening? Saturday marks 10 years since the collapse of Lehman Brothers, which was then the 4th biggest investment bank in the U.S. Why is this important? When Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy, it played a key part in triggering a global financial crisis, and banks in the UK and the US came within hours of going under. The effects of the crisis are still being felt today, and over the next few days, we're going to be bringing you stories about how the financial crisis changed the world, and how people were affected. Some former Lehman employees are marking the anniversary with cocktails and canapés, at an event that has been called sickening. 2. Russia's show of strength. What's happening? For 4 days starting on Tuesday, Russia will hold its biggest military exercise in almost 40 years, with 300,000 people taking part. Why is this important? The huge drills will take place in central and eastern Russia, and will be supported by units from China and Mongolia. They're taking place in the context of increasing tension between Russia and NATO, which has moved 4,000 troops to Eastern Europe in response to Russian aggression in Ukraine. The Kremlin says the maneuvers are necessary because of aggressive and unfriendly attitudes towards Russia. They are similar in scale to an exercise in 1981, which involved a fake attack on NATO. 3. Hungary in the firing line. What's happening? Hungary's right-wing government is facing serious scrutiny on a European level. On Wednesday, the European Parliament will discuss whether Hungary is endangering the rule of law and should face disciplinary action. Why is this important? The vote will pit Eurosceptic parties supportive of Hungary's anti-immigration Prime Minister Viktor Orban against those which see a populist and nationalist threat to the EU's democratic values. The debate came about after a report by a Dutch member of the European Parliament listed concerns about Mr. Orban's populist government, including threats to judicial independence, freedom of expression, minority rights and the treatment of migrants. Mr. Orban has accused other European countries of trying to bully Hungary into changing its mind on migration. Proceedings like this have happened only once before, and Hungary could end up losing its voting rights at a European level. 4. Happy New Year. What's happening? The first day of the Islamic New Year will fall for most Muslims on Tuesday, as it is a lunar calendar. Its start depends on sightings of the new moon. Why is this important? The date marks the start of the second holiest month in the calendar for the world's almost 2 billion Muslims, after Ramadan. In many countries, it means a days-long national holiday. It commemorates the date in the year 622 AD when the Prophet Muhammad began his journey from Mecca to Medina to establish the first Islamic state. Among the first countries to celebrate will be Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim country, where the Javanese New Year will also begin. 5. Apple season. What's happening? It's that time of year again. No, not the fruit, although they are about. New iPhones will be unveiled on Wednesday. Why is this important? Let's be honest, it's not really that important in the great scheme of things. But the event will be keenly watched by those who want the newest, flashiest thing in their pockets. The most credible rumors suggest we could see the biggest iPhone yet, reportedly called the XS Max.